This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred down at Fight Camp today. I'd like to be joined by heavyweight prospect Johnny Fisher. Johnny, first and foremost, how are you?
I'm good, thanks Ryan. Hope you're well. And just enjoying soaking up all this press conference and enjoying the experience as much as I'm going to enjoy the fight on Saturday.
You mentioned there you're kind of soaking up the experience. I've been around here. Setup is quite impressive. What are you made of what you've seen since you got down here?
It's brilliant. I just said to you a couple of months ago we was in here for the press conference. It looked massive then. It looks even bigger now with everything in it. It looks unbelievable. And to be fighting on a stage like this, I'm very grateful to be doing that.
Let's talk about the fight then, Johnny, facing Danny Whitaker, someone that's got some really good domestic rounds under his belt. He also upset Jonathan Pilata once upon a time over 3 rounds in the Ultimate Boxer tournament. How much have you seen of Danny?
I've seen little bits and bobs. My trainer Mark Tibbs has been looking as well. We've been developing a game plan accordingly. And listen, he is a tough domestic fighter and he's got a winning record. And I've got to be on my game. It's a good step up for your third fight. And listen, I've got to do a good job because if I don't, it won't be very good. So I've got to be on my game.
Danny's shown himself when he's fit to be someone that can stick around. I think it's only a 4-rounder, but do you think it would be good? Is it 6-rounder? Sam Jones has just lied to me off camera. So 6 rounds, do you think it would be beneficial for you at this point to go the distance with someone like Danny who's been there at domestic level?
Listen, you don't always want to go the distance, but if I do go the distance and get a good 6 rounds under my belt and box well, that's equally as good for me. I'm not bothered about getting knockouts because when you go searching for it, they don't come. And if I get 6 rounds in and box well, I'll be perfectly happy with that.
Well, Johnny, this is a big stage. We've got the fans back in. You're going to be live on DAZN as well. Is this something where you're looking to impress as well? It's about looking good as well as getting a win? Yeah,
it is. That's going to be the challenge as well. Looking good, looking crisp, looking polished. I know that's a lot to ask for in your third fight, but I want to show that I've improved a lot and that I've working with Mark Tibbs has made a big difference, and hopefully and surely it will do.
In your time together, what's the main things Mark Tibbs has tried to instill in you? What is it he's constantly telling you and sort of drilling home?
I've changed my diet a little bit. I feel a little bit more cut up. I feel a little bit more fresh in myself, the way I've been eating as well. And just being around him, just being in it, he's devoted a lot of time for me, a time he would sort of devote for a 10-12 round fighter, so I'm really lucky. And we get on really well as well. We're like good friends as well as trainer and trained person, so I'm looking forward to seeing how we can show what we've done.
Johnny, you've not been short of top-class sparring. You sparred Daniel Dubois, Joyce as well. When you're in with those kind of guys so early in your career and getting the experience, what are the main things you take away from that, and how beneficial is that so early on as well?
I think sparring Joe especially showed me that you don't have to go at 100 miles an hour the whole time. When I sparred him when I was 18, 19, 2 rounds in, I was jumping out, 3 rounds jump out, so I could not nick them breathers. But now we're sparring 6-8 rounds together. I've learnt to pace myself and learnt to control the distance better, and who better to do that than someone like Joyce with his vast amateur experience and now on the verge of world titles. But as you said, Fabio, Daniel Dubois, Dave Allens, Hughie Furies, Cash Ellie's, sparred all of these guys, and that's where I've done most of my experience. All my experience has come from sparring them sort of guys. And I know it's different to fighting, but you can still pick things up, and I'm really grateful for them guys who've given me a chance.
Just wanted to touch on that because there's a few heavyweights on the bill this weekend. There's a few of you in close proximity. You mentioned how you shared the ring with Fabio. Fabio Wardley's in there with Webb. Very exciting fight. What do you make of that as a fight? What kind of fight do you think we'll see?
It's a great fight. It's going to be an entertaining fight. I was speaking to my dad about this, and we're just for the fans and for people who are quite hardcore boxing fans as well. It's a great matchup, a British level matchup, and Webb, huge power, strong unit. But sparring Fabio, I just think he's got a unique style, and that can cause Webb problems. But I'm not one to make predictions too much on fights. I'm as a boxing fan, I'm just looking forward to watching that. Hopefully I'll get the win and I can sit back and watch that one. It'll be entertaining.
Now, just to finish on yourself, Johnny, all being well here, I'm guessing you want to be back out as soon as possible. Is activity the key right now?
Activity is the key. Activity is the key, especially for a fighter with the less experience that I've had as an amateur. And that's what I can't forget. I haven't had a vast experience, and I'm going to be learning on the job more than most people do, even as an amateur. So I'm looking forward to seeing where the journey takes me, and it's going to build me. This exciting building process is what's going to make me a better fighter.
I'll leave the final word to you for those that are going to be tuning in on DAZN, those that will be watching this interview now. What can they expect to see from the Run for Bull Saturday night?
Hopefully, I don't know when it will come or if it will come, but a crisp knockout would be fantastic. But I want to show that I've been polished, my fitness is there, and the work with Mark Tibbs has paid off. That's the main thing.
All right, Johnny, thank you for your time. Best of luck.